Alright, what's up, guys? We are back with Attack on Titan, chapter 108, A Sound Argument. Um, we are starting this chapter already with the MPs gathered together having dinner, I'm assuming. We know that there's going to be some fuckery involved with this chapter right from the bat. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm glad we were able to restrain the volunteers. Pixis is in command. I'm sure he'll succeed. Of course, it would normally be a job for us MPs. Even if it does work out, those volunteers did so much for us. To make them hate us now is just so. Ha. Feeling sympathy for Marlians, Niall? I see you're quite drunk, rogue. Marlians make good wine. They've given us so much, but that's no reason to let them roam free now. Of course, it'd be a different story if you believe that boss they worship was really on our side. We are the subjects of Ymir, after all. If Eren and Zeke used the power of the founding Titan, they could mess with everyone's memories, right? Ugh, I get chills just hearing you say that. So you really think that holding the volunteers hostage and telling Zeke what to do is going to actually make him obey? Mm, I don't know. I mean, I get their concerns. Like, I guess it's valid, right? Because I feel like even I am not like too like 100% um like confident in Zeke and what he's planning to do, and Aaron for that matter as well. Like, what are they going to do together? You know, what is their ultimate plan? Um, because there's still obviously there's still something that they are hiding. So like, yeah, I don't know. So like, I understand the apprehension, but these guys are asses. So like, I don't know. I don't really sympathize with them at the same time. I don't know. Um, how should I know? How can who can know the final wishes of a man whose time is ticking down? And that's the man with a grip over all our brains. I knew it would end up like this. We should have gone ahead with our plan as soon as Zeke reached the island. We should have turned Queen Historia into a titan and fed him to her. Fuck these guys, man. What the hell? Um, Even the rest of them are kind of like, whoa, like that's our queen, man. Like what the hell? Um, Instead of that, we've let her go off, enjoy herself, and have a little brat. And with some local, she didn't even marry. I guess a low-born girl could never become a true queen. Hey, cut it out. Interesting. So her, the guy that she married was just a commoner. Interesting. I don't know. Like, how did you guys feel about that? Because I feel like I don't know. Would it have been like too controversial if it was with someone that she knew, like Connie or Jean or someone like that? Um, then again, we don't, at least in this current time, like as far as I am at right now, like I don't know the extent of their relationship. Like, did they get to know each other, well, or was it just simply to get the child and that was the extent of their relationship? Like, that was it. I mean, they are married, so like you would have to assume, you would have to hope, that there was like consensual, like, like we like each other enough to do this, like I don't know. Um, Hopefully it turns out. Hopefully, I don't know, man. Hopefully Historia is happy. Like I don't know. Um, but I just want to meet this guy, more than anything. Okay. The queen has the right to choose her partner. He's been checked out. We know he's no one's pawn. All right, so she actually chose the man herself. Okay, so that's good to know. He's a young man born and raised in the same place as Queen Historia. Oh wow, okay. I understand he used to throw rocks at the queen as a child because she wouldn't leave the farm. He must have wanted her to notice him. I don't know. Is that like is that a common thing? Like if you want a girl to notice her, oh, I'm just gonna fucking throw rocks at her face. Like what? I don't know. That's not, that's like kind of counterproductive to me. Um, but all right. He says he worked at the Queen's orphanage out of the guilt he felt from back then. Okay, all right. He did menial work with his head down for years. He wasn't trying to get her attention. Who cares how the relationship began? I'm asking why the Queen would choose now to act so selfishly. She is technically the monarch of this nation, right? A puppet forced onto the throne to help us seize power. We've already burdened her with this awful fate. None of us has the right to complain about her love life. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's about timing. Now that she carries the child with royal blood, our plan has fallen apart. Someone must have informed the queen. They told her the corpse wanted to feed Zeke to her as soon as they could. But if she got pregnant, she wouldn't have to become a titan until after she gave birth. Hmm. Someone told her the truth. She's not just a queen. She's also a brave soldier who's had her share of scrapes with death. You're really saying she'd be scared of inheriting the Beast Titan? Perhaps she wanted Zeke to live out more of the time he has left. Do you have any proof of that? Someone who wanted Zeke to survive here advised her. In other words, a volunteer. It has to have been Yelena. She's the cleverest and craziest of them all. What could those bastards be planning? So you have no proof? Zeke survived thanks to the Queen's pregnancy. You've had way too much to drink, Rogue. It's not too late. Just make her Titan, pregnant or not. That might kill her child, and if something goes wrong, it's all over. Childbirth is big enough threat to her life already. It makes me really scared that they're even talking. That Isayama is like mentioning the fact of death in by pregnancy or by childbirth. Um, God, I really hope that's not how Historia's story ends. But um, also, Rogue might be like the worst, like the worst character in Titan. Um, God, dude, like wait a second. So um, like wanting to turn her into a Titan, no matter if she was pregnant or not. Like it's just good God, you have to be a special kind of oh man. Anyway, it may be logic like yours that destroys nations. Hey, Marlian, another bottle. Yes, sir. Nicolo. This one's your recommendation, right? Okay, so Nicolo's there. It had to have been him that warned Historia, right? Because you would have to assume that these idiots are, or at least Rogue, is just talking openly and freely about plans and failed plans and things that he wished or regrets and things like that, right? Because they're openly talking about it now, so I would definitely assume that Niklo has definitely heard his fair share of garbage spewing from these people's mouths. So I think it would make sense for him to tell um, Historia, especially since he's kind of been more sympathetic towards our group ever since Sasha. So I think it makes sense. All right. I can't believe Pixis would use these strong arm tactics. They must have hatched this plot while we were laying low in Marley. They're breaking up the volunteers and putting them under house arrest. They didn't inform the Survey Corps because of our close ties to them. I guess they didn't have any other choice. We are in a delicate situation so long as we don't know exactly what Zeke is plotting. And Aaron suddenly started going along with Zeke's plan. He decided on his own to contact Zeke, and what they spoke about, only those two know for sure. And we still haven't seen that conversation yet, so I cannot wait to see what exactly those two talked about. Hey, all of you. Uh, did that look like Aaron to you? It didn't to me. That wasn't Aaron. If he's capable of picking his half brother over us, then what? We need to be prepared to cut him down ourselves. And I love how Isayama did the reflection in the window. It's pretty cool. It's not like the biggest deal like in the world, but like it's a nice touch, man. Just like being able to see the look on Connie's face as he's saying something that is like so unlike Connie, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. I won't let you do that. And Jesus Christ, and him looking back at Mikasa. You too? You're taking their side, Mikasa? It won't come to that. Aaron cares about us more than anyone else. Yeah, like, good God. But it's nice to see, like these characters like a little bit of like a development with them, just the time gap. So, yeah, and then obviously, I mean, I would assume that war would do that to a person, and then especially coming off the heels of not only everything and invading Marley, but then on top of that losing Sasha. Like I don't know, like I don't want to say that I doubt if he's thinking rationally or not, but like he's definitely like emotional. So like I don't know. But I understand like where he's coming from as well. So like I can't blame him, but it's just so like it's really I'm really scared where this is heading, man. I'm really scared. It really does seem like it's heading down a path of some sort of final confrontation with Aaron against everybody or something like that. I don't know. Just think back to what happened a year ago. Hey, do we really need to be doing this? No, we don't. If that idiot hadn't opened his stupid mouth and said that we couldn't train our bodies while developing the island. Well, it's true that we are just waiting for an answer from Hizuru now. And they are saying our chances are slim, right? What was our argument? Hellions have human rights too, or something? Plus, we'll sell them resources. The important thing is for Hizuru to introduce us to the world. If we make friends with more nations and use that diplomacy stuff, we won't need to flatten the world with titans. If that saves Historia from suffering, we have to give it a try. Yeah. Hey. So it's nice to see sort of like because I feel like we still haven't seen Paradis Island or much of it, in the present day. Like we did see, eventually the final construction of the port, right? Or the yeah, the port. We got to see that. Um, but I would just love like a kind of like I don't know, like over the top view of some of the changes that has happened to the island over the 3 years or so. Um, Seeing the railroad and how far that has gone, um, and things like that. And if they've made other advances or developments to the island as well. Sorry about the heat. It's fine. We have to be here to watch over this moron. Is it something urgent? You all got so big. How dare you? Oh my God, poor Levi. We just received a reply from the Azumabito, and no good. Looks like Hizuru came up empty-handed. Really? Wait, so she came up empty-handed in securing allies? Um, wow. Okay, that's that's interesting. I wasn't expecting. I know they said that their chances were slim at the whole diplomacy stuff. Um, that aliens deserve rights too, and then they even said that they would be interested in offering resources and selling resources and stuff like that. um I don't know. I just figured that we would have allies behind us backing us up. um I don't know if there's like a little bit of like foul play with Hizuru because correct me if I'm wrong, but what's her name? Kiyumi or Kazumi, or the head of the family, she had spoken to Willie Tieber, right? She had met with him. So I don't know, like even like I know she came over and she did like some things for us for the island, but I'm a little bit I'm skeptical of her too. I feel like I don't really necessarily trust anyone right now. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I wonder if she's holding something back, or she's got another card up her sleeve, I don't know, man. She's waiting to stab the aliens in the back. Who knows? I knew it. Hizuru was interested in keeping our resources all for themselves. They're not going to help us trade with other nations. Oh. Sure, there are organizations who want to protect the rights of Eldians, but they are considered freaks. No one will take them seriously. In fact, the world needs Paradis to be the root of all evil. They think that shared attitude brings them all together, protecting global stability. Hmm. So does that mean that we just have to rely on Earth shaking, and that we have no choice but to sacrifice Historia? It does. It's in our treaty with Izuru that we'll enter into a military alliance backed by the Earth shaking. That's so. Does the world want us to repeat the same evil acts that our ancestors committed 100 years ago? They've decided for themselves that we are the devils, regardless of what our intentions are. Why can't we all think of a path towards peace together? Probably because they don't know. They don't know who we are, so they're scared of us. Jesus Christ, man. This is so, like, it is eerily, it's so weird reading this in 2020, and just how, like, this is literally mirroring, like, what is going on right now. Um this is pretty insane. Like, wow, okay. Um Anyway, that's it. We could keep relying on the Azumabitu to go around to other countries, but the outcome won't change. The world can't see our faces. Why would they ever trust us? So let's meet them ourselves. If they don't understand who we are, we just have to teach them. Isn't that what the Survey Corps are about? So I wonder how that that went for them. Um, because So what did they say? So yeah, they said, let's go meet them ourselves. Like, did they ever get the chance to actually meet with those countries, to actually show them, what we are, to what they're like, to actually teach them, what the Eldians, who they are, what they're like? Did they actually get the opportunity to do that? Because in the present day, it seems like that, it didn't pan out, like that at all, right? So I wonder if something like impeded on, what they had planned to do, um, or what. Oh, cool, nice. Let's look at the train. Nice. Create a base in Marley and sneak in from there. So that was your plan, Commander? And from there, we can taste authentic Marleyan cuisine. And no, there's meaning in us serving what's really happening in the world. Of course, we'll still have to get help from either the volunteers or from Miss Kiyomi, either way. Huh? What should I bring? Hope I don't get a stomach bug. uh, Antacids, a toothbrush, and a snack that tastes of home. Were you listening at all? Nicolo said they have lots of kinds of alcohol, right? Fundamentally, Eldian is a common tongue. We should be able to communicate in many countries. Though we will have to be careful about our accents and about reading. If the world finds out that we just want peace, then it's like Hanji said, something might change. If only we had a little more time. Zeke has less than 2 years left. So again, hammering on time, that issue. And Aaron as well. I'm curious how much time does he have left now? Um, because he so like going to like the present day. 3 years, and then the present day. God, that took 3 years out of his lifespan. So, how much time does he have left? Like four years, right? Four, maybe 3 years. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I only have five and change. Okay, never mind. He literally answered it the next page. All right, so he has 5 years left. Okay, in the present day. Right now. We need to decide soon who's going to inherit my Titan. Interesting. I will. And Mikasa's the first one. Could you imagine Mikasa inheriting it? Um, that'd be insane. And Ackerman with Eldian blood, with Titan abilities as well. Like, good lord. You can. We still don't know what the Ackerman family is. You're half Eastern too. We don't even know if you can become a Titan, right? Then there's those big plans Hizuru's got for you. They'd flip out if you became a Titan. It can't be you, for more reasons than I could count. Gene's right. Then who else? Me. First off, I'm way smarter than Aaron. I'm no suicidal butthead. I'll always be able to use my excellent powers of judgment to matter the situation. I'm a rare specimen who can carry out all the duties that be needed of me. That's right, me. Getting a hand me down from Aaron is annoying, but really, who better than me?